Let the world grow quiet for a moment. Wherever you are, sitting, lying down, wrapped in a blanket, or simply listening, allow yourself to settle into stillness. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to think about anything. Everything outside this moment can wait. Tonight, we travel back in time, to the sands of ancient Egypt, a place where the desert breathes softly beneath the moon, where the pyramids rest like sleeping mountains, and where night itself feels sacred and gentle. This is not a history lesson. This is a dream, a journey of calm reflection and deep rest. So take one slow breath in and one long breath out. Let your body soften. Let your thoughts loosen. Let the quiet begin. Our story begins with the desert's quiet breath. The desert's quiet breath. Night had settled over the desert like a vast silken veil. The last glimmer of daylight had faded beyond the dunes, leaving behind a gentle hush that felt as old as the world itself. The sands stretched endlessly in every direction. Soft, rolling waves of gold turned silver under the tender touch of the moon. And in this quiet expanse, a lone traveler walked slowly, their footsteps barely disturbing the surface of the earth. The air moved like a whisper, carrying with it the faint scent of distant stone and warm dust, the smell of ancient places and forgotten times. The desert did not speak with sound. It spoke with silence, with the hush of stillness that lived between grains of sand and the slow turning of the stars overhead. The traveler paused, letting the quiet wrap around them. Here time felt softer. The world did not hurry. Even the night itself seemed to breathe, slow, gentle, unhurried, the same rhythm the traveler felt beginning to settle in their chest. A calm rising, a calm falling, like the tide of some deep cosmic sea. They had come far, though distance meant little in a place where the horizon always remained just beyond reach. The desert did not measure movement in miles. It measured in breaths, in footsteps taken without urgency, in hours passing like drifting sand. Above, the stars glowed with a clear, unwavering light. There was no haze here, no walls of city smoke or electric glare to dim their presence. Each star shone as though it were polished just moments before, set carefully in place by unseen hands. Constellations that elsewhere were faded or forgotten, here stood out bright and distinct, like ancient symbols etched across the sky. The traveler tilted their head to look upward. There was Orion, his belt like three lanterns suspended between worlds. There was Sirius shimmering with the pale blue-white light of a distant sun, and beyond them, stretching like a river of stardust, the Milky Way spanned the heavens, a silent pathway for those who journeyed in dreams. The desert night was cool now. Not cold, not harsh, just cool in the way of a breath drawn slowly deeply after a long day under the sun. The traveler closed their eyes and let the sensation settle over them. The sand beneath their feet was soft and fine, almost powder-like, shaped over millennia by winds that moved slower than thought. Some said the desert had no memory, that its dunes shifted too often for anything to remain. But others knew the truth. The desert remembered everything. It remembered footsteps from ages past. It remembered caravans that crossed under the watch of forgotten pharaohs. It remembered laughter and prayer and song carried on desert winds. It remembered the footsteps of kings and the quiet walks of dreamers. And now it remembered the traveler. The night deepened, and with it came a sense of profound stillness. A stillness not empty, but full. Full of presence, full of quiet life. The traveler could feel it in the air, in the soft echo of their breath, in the gentle pulse of their heartbeat. The dunes rose and fell like the slow curves of sleeping giants, and between them were valleys where moonlight gathered like water. It shimmered faintly, turning the sand surfaces into mirrors of the sky, earth reflecting the heavens, sky reflecting the earth. Walking through the dunes felt less like moving across a landscape and more like drifting through a dream, one so vast and serene that the traveler began to feel as though they were not walking at all, but floating. The silence, however, was never absolute. There were subtle sounds, soft, delicate, barely perceptible. The quiet shifting of sand as it settled into new shapes, a distant breeze brushing across the crest of a dune. The faint rhythmic beat of the traveler's own heart. The body too has a desert inside it, a quiet expanse where thoughts drift like grains of sand, where memories rise and fall like dunes, reshaped by the winds of time. And as the traveler walked, their mind began to soften, to stretch wide, to breathe with the rhythm of the desert night. There was no need for words, no need for intention, only movement, only presence, only quiet. Far in the distance, at the horizon's fragile edge, the faint outline of ancient stone emerged. Not sharp or sudden, just a soft shape that seemed to rise out of the sands, as though it had been waiting patiently to be seen. Perhaps it had been there for thousands of years. Perhaps it had only just appeared, summoned by the traveler's quiet steps. The desert does not reveal its secrets all at once. It reveals them gently, slowly, like unfolding a dream. The traveler walked onward. The stars continued their slow, celestial drift overhead. Though the traveler could not see motion, only the memory of movement. Stars change positions with a patience measured in ages, not moments. Their journey mirrored the traveler's own, steady, unhurried, ancient. Above the moon hung low, a pale, curved lantern guiding the path. Its light was not harsh. It was soft, like the glow of a candle through thin silk. It did not command the world to see, but instead invited the world to rest. The traveler felt the day's weight fall away, not suddenly but gradually, like sand slipping through open fingers. Muscles loosened. Breathing slowed. Thoughts unknotted one by one. The desert did not ask for effort. It asked only for stillness, for quiet presence, for surrender to the night. They reached the crest of a tall dune and paused. From here the view stretched farther than sight itself. Dunes layered upon dunes, soft and endless. The night sky above, deep and infinite. And all of it held in a silence so profound, it felt like a gentle embrace. The traveler lowered themselves to sit on the sand. The grains were cool and smooth beneath them, shifting to cradle their shape. The desert always made space, always welcomed without condition. The traveler lay back, sand supporting the body, stars supporting the mind, silence supporting the heart. Breath rose, breath fell. The world spoke in stillness. In the quiet of that moment, something ancient stirred. Not an entity, not a sound, but a feeling. A recognition, a remembering, as though the traveler had been here before. Perhaps in another life, perhaps in a dream, perhaps in a moment forgotten but not lost. The desert has a way of reminding us of things we did not know we had forgotten. The traveler watched the sky. Faraway galaxies shimmered faintly, like jewels at the bottom of a deep cosmic sea. Light that had traveled millions of years to reach this place now rested gently upon the traveler's eyes. There was something deeply comforting in that thought, that light travels across vast, endless worlds just to meet us, that we, in our quiet moments, are touched by stars older than memory. Time stretched out, soft and gentle, like the horizon of the desert itself. There was no before, no after, only now, only breath, only quiet. The desert breathed, the traveler breathed, and for a while, and perhaps a long while, they were one, by the golden horizon at dusk. The desert had known night for many hours now, and yet the memory of daylight still lingered in the sands like a warm whisper. But beyond the horizon, far, far in the distance, light was gathering again. Not the sharp light of day, but the tender light of transition. The kind of light that does not arrive all at once, but eases into the world slowly, patiently, lovingly. The traveler rose from where they had rested upon the dune. They had not slept, though their mind had drifted at the edge of dreaming. The desert, in its quiet way, had shown them how to rest without letting go, how to be awake while also being deeply, peacefully still. Now the sky was beginning to shift. At first, it was only a faint glow, a soft gold pressing gently into the edge of the darkness. The kind of light that seems to hum rather than shine. A promise of warmth, a promise of change, a promise of another moment carefully unfolding. The traveler watched as the horizon slowly came to life. The darkness did not retreat. The light did not advance. They met gently and in the middle. Dusk is not a battle. It is an embrace. The sky began to change in layers. First the gold, then the rose, then the violet. Each color drifting into the next like ink, dispersing in calm water. No edge, no line, no boundary. Just softness, just blending, just the gentle passage from one state of being to another. The traveler stepped forward, their feet sinking quietly into the cool sand. The desert had different moods at different hours. At noon it was a blazing world of heat and shimmer. At midnight a realm of stars and silence. But at dusk and at this exact moment, it was something rare, something sacred. A threshold day and night were not opposites here. They were companions. They leaned into one another, rested against one another, shared space. The traveler breathed in slowly. The air was neither warm nor cold. It hovered in perfect balance, like a held breath, like a promise waiting to unfold. It felt like standing at the center of the world's heartbeat. As the traveler continued forward, the sand underfoot shifted from silver to soft gold. Each grain catching the last glimmer of daylight, as though it were holding onto a memory, not wanting to release it just yet. The dunes glowed with a gentle radiance, as if lit from within. There were no harsh shadows, only smooth shapes and long curves. The land looked softened, forgiving, kind. The traveler walked without hurry. There was no destination, no need to arrive anywhere. The journey itself was the resting. The sky deepened, amber melted into rose. Rose dissolved into violet. Violet darkened into the deep indigo of oncoming night. Each shade carried its own quiet emotion, warmth, reflection, stillness, surrender. The traveler felt all of it in their body in slow waves, like the rise and fall of a calm tide against the shore of the heart. A breeze moved gently across the dunes. Slow, patient, unforced, it touched the traveler's skin like the softest hands. It lifted a few grains of sand into the air, not in a rush, not in a dance, but in a float, as though gravity had grown weary for a moment and allowed the world to be lighter. The traveler closed their eyes. The wind spoke, not in words, but in feeling. It carried coolness from distant stones, warmth stored in the sand, a hint of flowering desert herbs that only released their fragrance at night, the scent of a world exhaling. The traveler took in the breath gently. Their chest expanded without effort, Their shoulders loosened, falling where they naturally belonged. Their jaw softened. Their heartbeat slowed. The desert taught without speaking. It taught in sensation, in experience, in gentle guidance. The sun continued its descent, not vanishing, not falling but folding itself gently behind the dunes, like a silken cloth being laid to rest. The traveler watched until the sun was only a glimmer, a thin, glowing curve, then until it was a faint outline, then until it was nothing more than memory. But even after the sun was gone, the sky continued to glow. The horizon held onto the light, refusing to release it immediately. This was the secret of the desert dusk. That light remained even after its source had slipped away. The world does not change all at once. It changes gently, softly, kindly. The traveler sat once again, lowering themselves to the sand with slow, careful movements. There was no need to rush, not here where time moved like water flowing through open fingers. They sat with their legs folded and their palms resting lightly at their sides, the sand supporting them as though the earth itself had shaped a seat just for this moment. The dunes before them stretched like a golden ocean, still, silent, endless. And as the last of the daylight faded, the world glowed not with brightness but with warmth, a warmth of memory, a warmth of presence, a warmth of simply being. The traveler breathed, in, out, slow, steady, even, calm. The sky had reached its tenderest color now, that deep violet that comes only for a few moments each day. The color of twilight dreams, the color of quiet reflection, the color of peace settling into the bones. And then, slowly, stars began to appear again, one here, another there, then a scatter of thousands, as though they had always been present behind a thin veil, waiting for just the right moment to reveal themselves. Their light was gentler now than at midnight. Not sharp, not brilliant, just soft, like tiny embers glowing in the deep blue of the sky. The traveler watched as the world transitioned, not from day to night, but to something in between, a world where everything was allowed to rest. A world where everything was allowed to be still. The desert exhaled, and the traveler exhaled with it. They felt the quiet settle into them, not as emptiness, but as fullness. The fullness of peace, the fullness of presence, the fullness of being exactly where they were meant to be. No more steps were needed. No more thoughts were needed. No questions. No searching, only breath, only stillness. Only the gentle embrace of dusk. The traveler lay back once more, the sand shifting to support the gentle curve of their spine. The sky stretched endlessly above, and the ground stretched endlessly below, and the traveler floated in the quiet space between the two. The moment did not feel fragile. It felt eternal, a moment outside of time, a moment meant to simply be lived. The traveler's eyes grew heavier, not from exhaustion but from peace. The mind, once filled with movement, now floated like sand in still air. No urgency, no edges, no effort. Thoughts softened, then thinned, then dissolved completely. The sky was now fully night. The dunes were now fully shadow, but the warmth of dusk remained in the traveler's chest, a golden glow that did not fade. And in that glow, they rested, not asleep, not awake, just resting, held gently by the desert, held gently by the sky, held gently by the quiet. The night deepened and the traveler drifted, not away, not forward, just deeper, deeper into stillness, deeper into silence, deeper into peace, where day and night meet forever and forever in the quiet horizon of the dreaming desert. The river that remembers. The traveler walked for a long time, though in the desert, distance had no true measure. The dunes rose and fell gently beneath their feet, their curves lit by the cool glow of the moon and the fading warmth of dusk that lingered still in the air. The night had fully settled now, wrapped around the world like a soft cloak woven from silence and ancient breath. But ahead, far beyond the soft waves of sand, there was a sound. Faint at first, soft, almost shy in the stillness of the night. The traveler paused, listening. It was the sound of water, not rushing, not crashing, not urgent, just flowing, patient, steady, ancient. The traveler had heard many sounds in life, west wind, footsteps, whispered voices, the shifting of sand, but the sound of flowing water in the desert was something else entirely. It was a sound that carried memory, for water in the desert is not an accident. It is a presence, a story, a history that lingers like a breath held for centuries. The traveler followed the sound. The dunes began to lower as though respectfully bowing. The breeze softened. The air grew cooler, and then, as though revealed by the night itself, the river came into sight. The Nile. It did not announce itself. It simply existed, calm, wide, and luminous beneath the starlit sky. The surface of the water shimmered, reflecting constellations with such clarity that it looked as though the heavens had descended to rest upon the earth. The traveler stood still, taking in the quiet majesty of it. The Nile was not merely a river. It was a memory of the world, a thread of time that had connected countless lives, countless dreams, countless nights like this one. The water moved slowly, but not lazily. It moved with purpose, with knowing, with remembrance. The traveler approached the riverbank. The sand here was different, finer, smoother. The air held a cool, gentle moisture that softened the breath and eased the chest. They knelt, and for a long moment they simply listened. The river spoke in patterns, in rhythms, in soft murmurs like quiet conversation. The water did not rush. It drifted, it glided, as though time itself were flowing drop by drop into the unknown. The traveler reached out a hand. The water was cool. Not cold, not startling. Just cool enough to awaken a tenderness inside the bones. They cupped some of the water, bringing it to their lips. It tasted pure, calm, gentle, like something that had known the world long before the traveler was ever born. The traveler sat beside the river and allowed the silence to deepen. The stars above reflected perfectly in the slow-moving surface, forming a second sky and a mirror of infinity. It was impossible to tell where one began and the other ended. The traveler felt suspended between worlds, sky above, sky below, and only the soft rhythm of breath anchoring them to the moment. There, beside the Nile, the traveler felt the strange familiarity of the place, as if they had been here long before, perhaps in a dream, perhaps in a memory carried through lives uncounted. The Nile had seen civilizations rise and fade. It had carried boats carved from cedar and papyrus. It had mirrored torches of priests and lanterns of shepherds. It had held the reflections of kings, queens, and quiet wanderers just like this one. The river did not rush to forget. The river remembered. It remembered the footsteps of those who once knelt at its shores in prayer. It remembered voices singing songs to the moon. It remembered hands washing away dust and day and sorrow. It remembered lovers who whispered promises under starlit skies. It remembered the beginning of stories, and it remembered their ends. The traveler breathed them slow and deep, feeling the body settle into a gentle rhythm. The desert had taught stillness. The sky had offered peace. And now the river offered memory, not of events, but of the feeling of being part of something vast and soft and eternal. The water glimmered. A soft breeze drifted across the surface, sending ripples outward, like time expanding in circles. The ripples glided to the river's edge and faded, as all things eventually do. But even their fading felt peaceful, a reminder that endings were not abrupt in this world, only gentle, like breath leaving the lungs, only to return again. The traveler leaned back and lay upon the cool ground, the sand and soil forming a comfortable bed beneath them. The night sky reflected in the water, and the traveler reflected in both, becoming part of a symmetry that felt ancient and sacred. The desert behind, the river before, the stars above, the earth below. The traveler was held with completely, effortlessly, quietly. Breath softened, thoughts dimmed. The mind grew quiet, like the surface of the river when wind pauses. The Nile spoke not in words but in memory. You are not separate. You are part of this. You come from the same breath, the same water, the same earth, the same stars. The traveler closed their eyes. The sound of water became the sound of the bloodstream. The rhythm of flow became the rhythm of breath. The quiet of the night became the quiet of the heart. Time passed, or perhaps it did not. In this place, time did not matter. There was only presence, only stillness, only the gentle, endless drift of the river that remembered everything. The golden horizon at dusk, and there among the dunes, something begins to shift. Not in the sand, not in the sky, but within you. The mind, which spent the day holding conversations, sorting thoughts, remembering tasks, begins to soften. The sharp edges of awareness blur, and the boundaries of thought loosen. The horizon outside mirrors the horizon inside, warm, gentle, dissolving. For thousands of years, ancient travelers paused at this hour, not from fatigue, but from reverence. The desert sunset was known not simply as a daily event, but as a moment of alignment, a meeting point between the seen and the unseen. In temples carved with hieroglyphs older than any calendar, this golden hour was honored as the passage of Ra, the sun god, into the other world, the unseen realm of dreams and night. To them, dusk was not an ending. It was a crossing. And so, as the last beams of sunlight stretch across the sand, the world holds its breath just for a moment. Not to stop time, but to savor it. The colors deepen. Amber gives way to rose. Rose fades into violet. Violet flows into blue, a gentle, rich, velvety blue that signals the night to slowly arrive. This is where ease is found. Right here in the quiet transition, you are not required to let go all at once. You are simply invited to soften, breathe, slowly, naturally, as if the air were guiding you, not the other way around. With each slow breath, the body settles, the shoulders loosen, the chest opens, the jaw lets go, and the mind begins to sway, like a lantern suspended in the soft desert wind. Night does not rush in, it glides, a gentle tide moving across the dunes, and as it arrives, something begins to illuminate, not with brightness but with clarity. Stars. At first just a few, faint, shimmering, delicate. Then more and more until the great desert sky becomes a bowl of scattered light, a celestial ocean stretching in every direction, deeper than thought, quieter than speech. For ancient Egyptians, each star was a soul, a memory of someone who once walked upon the earth, but had since risen, joining the great sky above. Looking upward meant remembering as not loss, but continuity. To sleep beneath such a sky was not simply to rest. It was to be wrapped in the presence of all who came before. They believed night was not darkness, but return. The dunes cool beneath the starlight. The heat stored from the day slowly releases, like a long exhale. The surface becomes smooth and cool to the touch, shaped constantly by winds older than history. Winds that know every story these sands have carried. You are still watching this horizon fade. Your breathing is slower now, your thoughts moving like drifting sand, quiet, effortless. There is no rush, no past to revisit, no future to reach, only this unfolding moment. Here the world does not ask anything of you. It simply is, and you simply are. This is the gift of dusk, the meeting of what was and what will be, the soft dissolving of day. The gentle invitation to rest. Let your awareness float, like grains lifted by a slow desert breeze, weightless, wandering, free. You do not need to guide it. Just allow it. Allow the warmth of the fading light to settle into your chest. Allow the sky's softness to settle into your thoughts. Allow the desert stillness to settle into your breathing. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else is happening. Just you, the horizon, and the quiet unfolding of night. You are safe here. You are unhurried. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And now gently the sky deepens further. The first hint of night's embrace fully forming. The world becomes a cradle of silence, and you begin to drift. Slowly, softly, like the last light fading beyond the dunes. Let the night welcome you. Temple walls that listen. There is a quietness to ancient temples that cannot be recreated, not in photographs, not in replicas, not even in memory alone. It is a quietness that exists only when you are present, breathing slowly in the company of stone that has witnessed 1,000 lifetimes. The carved walls rise gently from the earth, their surfaces warm with history. They were not built in haste nor with noise. They were shaped slowly, deliberately, by hands guided with devotion rather than urgency. Each stone was placed with intention, not simply to form a structure, but to form a sanctuary. Here in the heart of ancient Egypt, the temples were not just buildings. They were living spaces of the sacred, spaces meant to hold breath, silence, meaning, and rest. The air inside is cool, even when the sun burns bright just beyond the entrance. A hush settles immediately, the kind that feels like stepping underwater, where the world becomes slower and the mind becomes still. You walk deeper. Your footsteps echo softly, but the sound does not disturb the atmosphere. It blends into it, as if the temple has been waiting for your presence. Along the towering walls are inscriptions carved thousands of years ago, symbols, prayers offering stories of devotion, reflections of love and longing. Songs of hope whispered to the cosmos. But they do not speak loudly, they murmur, they hum. They vibrate gently like distant memory. These stones have absorbed lifetimes of voices, monks chanting at sunrise, pilgrims offering quiet prayers, artisans whispering to the gods as they carved. The walls have held every word, every breath, every heartbeat that has ever passed through them. And now, they hold yours. You can almost feel it, as if the temple is listening to you. Just as you are listening to it, there is no judgment in this place, no expectation, no urgency, only presence. The stillness is not empty, and it is full of meaning, full of memory, full of quiet compassion. You run your fingertips lightly over the stone. The surface is uneven, worn by wind and time, yet strong, unwavering. The carvings are shallow in some places, deep in others, touched by centuries of weather and hands. You can feel the lives that came before you, their hopes, their fears, their dreams, and yet something about the space makes everything feel gentle. Even sorrow becomes soft here, as though the walls have been smoothing the edges of human emotion for thousands of years. There is a presence, subtle, warm, steady, that surrounds you. It is not mystical in the sense of something unseen or unreachable. It is mystical in the way a lullaby is mystical, simple, tender, calming. The ancient Egyptians believed that the soul was not something separate from the world. It was woven into it. They believed every breath echoed into eternity, and every dream carried meaning. Inside these temple walls, you can feel that belief. Not as an idea, but as an atmosphere. Your breathing slows, your thoughts soften, your heartbeat becomes steady and quiet. The mind, which often moves in spirals and bursts, begins to move in long, slow waves, like the gentle rhythm of oars dipping into water. The temple invites you to rest. Not sleep yet, but rest, to let the mind settle, to let the body remember how to be still, to let the heart feel held. There is no need to solve, to plan, to recall, to anticipate. All you need to do is listen, not with your ears, but with your presence. Because when you are very still, very quiet, very open, you begin to sense the silent language of the stone, not words, not messages, but a feeling, a sense of being known, a sense of being gently seen without being evaluated, a sense of belonging that does not need to be earned. As you breathe slowly in this temple, the world outside loosens and softens. The noise of life becomes distant. The pace of time stretches, expands, slows. The walls, warm with memory, seem to breathe with you in and out, in and out. And your mind, once restless, begins to sway like a small boat floating on calm waters. There is nothing to hold on to. There is nothing to let go. There is only being. Here, the ancient and the present touch softly, like two hands meeting in understanding. And you realize these walls do not simply hold history. They hold silence. They hold peace. They hold you. The longer you remain, the gentler everything becomes. Thoughts, breath, heartbeat, awareness. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your body lighter. Your awareness quieter. The temple does not ask you to sleep. It simply creates the space where sleep can find you naturally. When you are ready, not before, not after, just naturally. So allow your breathing to deepen once more. Allow the stillness to settle into your bones. Allow the soft presence of the temple walls to stay with you. Like an embrace made of air and memory, you are safe here. You are welcomed here. You are held here, and now we drift onward, gently, quietly, into the deeper corridors of night. The stars over the Great Pyramid night does not simply arrive here. It unfolds. It begins with a slow dimming of the horizon as the last whisper of sunlight slips away behind the dunes. The air cools, the winds soften, and the desert becomes still, as though the entire landscape is taking a long, unhurried breath, and then the stars awaken, not scattered faintly, not distant or pale, but shining with the clarity of ancient fire. They gather one by one until the sky becomes a vast ocean of light stretching endlessly in every direction. And beneath that ocean stands the Great Pyramid. Tall, unmoving, unwavering, a shape so precise, so silent, that it feels less like a structure and more like a presence. It rises gently from the earth, not imposing, not demanding attention, but simply existing, as though it has always been here and always will be. The stones are cool beneath the night sky, their edges softened by time, their weight grounded deep into the desert floor. Wind has touched them, sand has brushed against them. Moonlight has rested on them for thousands of years, and still they remain unchanging, patient, listening. You stand before it, the pyramid and the sky stretching above, and the world becomes very quiet, not silent, but quiet in a way that feels sacred, the kind of quiet that has depth, the kind that fills the space around you. Within you and between every thought, you look up. The stars are so bright, it feels as though the sky has lowered itself toward the earth, as if the cosmos is leaning closer to be near this place. As if the universe remembers the pyramid, and the pyramid remembers the universe. There is a reason ancient Egyptians aligned these structures with the stars, not for spectacle, not for symbolism alone, but because they believed the soul was made of starlight, that when the body rested, the spirit would rise through the night sky guided by constellations, returning to its origin among the heavens. And standing here beneath this sky, it is easy to understand why. The constellations feel close, close enough to trace with your fingertips. Orion stretches across the heavens. The hunter, the guardian, the celestial reflection of Osiris, god of rebirth and the night journey of the soul. His belt aligns perfectly with the pyramids, not by accident but by intention. A message written in stars and stone, a reminder that life does not end, it transforms, that the journey never stops. It continues beyond sight. That rest is not an absence of motion. It is a deeper kind of travel. The air grows cooler. Your breathing grows slower. The world simplifies into just three things: the sand beneath you, the pyramid beside you, the stars above you. And in this simplicity, the mind softens, thoughts loosen, drift, dissolve, like sand carried gently by night wind. No effort is required, no control, no direction. You simply exist here now within this vast and gentle stillness. The stars were once used as maps, not just for land, but for the soul. They were trusted guides, steady, reliable, constant. Even now, thousands of years later, they have not changed. Their light still travels across endless space, reaching you with a softness that feels almost personal, as though each star is not simply shining, but speaking, not in words, but in quiet reassurance, a reminder that you are part of something vast, something ancient, something calm. The Great Pyramid stands beside you, a silent witness to all eras, empires rising and falling, civilizations awakening and fading, time moving like waves across eternity, yet it remains still, present, grounded. It teaches simply by existing. Strength can be quiet, endurance can be gentle, presence can be enough. You breathe in slowly, and with each breath you feel yourself settling, not sinking or fading, but arriving into your own quiet, your own stillness, your own peace. The night sky begins to shimmer slightly, stars twinkling as light bends through thin desert air. The pyramid's shadow stretches long and deep, blending into the sands, merging earth and sky into a single seamless horizon. There is no separation here. The heavens and the ground feel connected. The body and the mind feel connected. Your waking awareness and your drifting inner world feel connected. You feel suspended, not held by gravity, but by calm. And in this calm, the edges of awareness soften even further. Your limbs feel warm and heavy. Your thoughts become slow and quiet. Your breath moves without direction, simply flowing like the night wind brushing against ancient stone. There is nothing to do, nothing to solve, nothing to remember, nothing to plan. Here beneath the stars over the Great Pyramid, life moves at the pace of eternity, not urgency. Time spreads out around you, wide, spacious, gentle. The universe does not rush. The pyramid does not rush. The stars do not rush, and now, neither do you. Your mind begins to drift lightly, like a boat on calm water, guided not by force, but by the natural rhythm of rest. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your breathing grows deeper. You are not falling asleep. You are being carried into sleep, the way the ancient soul was carried by the stars, softly, peacefully, naturally. Let the night sky hold you. Let the pyramid ground you. Let the stars guide you inward where quiet lives you are safe to drift now. We will continue together, gently, deeper, into the night. The silent priest of the moon night has fully taken its place over the desert now. The sky glows with starlight. The sands lie cool and smooth, and the world has settled into stillness. In this quiet realm, beneath the pale and gentle glow of the moon, a figure moves slowly across the ancient temple floor. He walks without sound, not because he is hiding, not because he is fragile, but because the moment itself is sacred, and he moves in harmony with it. He wears simple linen, soft and light, the fabric swaying slightly in the desert breeze that slips through the pillars. His steps are deliberate, unhurried, guided not by need but by presence. He does not speak. He does not chant. He does not carry ritual tools or sacred objects. He carries only his breath. To the ancient Egyptians, the moon was more than light in the night sky. It was balance, gentleness, renewal. It was the cool, calming counterpart to the heat and brilliance of the sun. And so, this priest is not a figure of command, but of quiet alignment. His role was never to change the world, only to listen to it. He moves toward the open courtyard of the temple, where moonlight falls in a wide, delicate pool of silver across the stone floor. The air here is still, the kind of stillness that feels intentional, like the world has paused to exhale. The priest steps into the center of the moonlit space and stands. No posture of power, no gesture of worship, only stillness. His eyes are half lowered. His breath is soft. His presence is gentle. In this moment, he is a bridge between earth and sky, between breath and silence, between body and the infinite. The moonlight gathers on his skin, pale and luminous. His shadow stretches behind him, long and quiet across the floor. There is no hurry here, no before, no after, only now, only this. The world around him is vast yet intimate. The desert stretches out in all directions, endless, open, unbroken. And yet here within the temple walls the air feels close, warm, and familiar. The priest slowly lifts his gaze to the moon, full, bright, serene. The ancient Egyptians believed that the moon was the watching eye of the sky, not with judgment, but with compassion. It did not burn or command or overwhelm. It simply offered light and soft, cool guiding, like a hand resting gently on the shoulder, like a whisper that says, "You can rest now." The priest breathes in and breathes out, long and slow. The breath moves through him like water, calming everything it touches, the heart, the mind, the space behind the eyes. His stillness is not empty, it is full of presence, full of awareness, full of quiet understanding. The temple walls around him, carved with ancient prayers and symbols, seem to listen. The night air listens. Even the sands beyond the walls listen. This moment is not about doing. It is about being. The priest closes his eyes not to shut out the world, but to join it more deeply. He becomes like the desert at night, vast, open, patient. Like the moon, steady, soft, luminous. Like the stars, watching without urgency. Around him the silence deepens. It is not a silence that demands attention. It is a silence that embraces, the kind that slips into the body, unwinding the muscles, softening the chest, quieting the thoughts that once rushed and tangled. The priest has no need to hurry. Time does not pressure him here. The world is in its exhale. You may notice your own breath beginning to follow his, not by imitation but by resonance, a gentle slowing, a natural easing, a soft release, inhale and exhale. Like the tide of the night, like the movement of stars, this priest does not lead with doctrine or demand. He leads simply by being. His calm becomes a reflection, and you find your own calm mirrored back to you. Your shoulders loosen, your jaw relaxes, your forehead smooths, and the space behind your thoughts becomes wide and open. The priest remains still. He has no need to speak because silence is already enough. Silence is complete. Silence is healing. In this place, under this moon, stillness is not emptiness. Stillness is belonging. The night gently cradles the temple. The temple gently cradles the priest. And the priest gently cradles the moment. And you are part of that moment now. Your breath, your presence, your quiet, all resting together with his. The world outside fades softly. The past loosens its grip. The future falls silent. The mind becomes light, like dust lifted by a slow breeze. There is no effort left to make, only rest, only breath, only the soft silver glow of the moon above. Let the priest be your guide, not through movement, but through stillness. Let the night wrap around you like a warm, endless blanket. Let your thoughts drift like stars across a gentle sky. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Here now, quiet, safe, held. And as the moon hovers above the ancient stones, watching over both the priest and you, the night deepens. Soft, quiet, boundless, carrying you gently toward rest. There is no need to fall asleep. Sleep will arrive naturally, like the moon rising, like the tide returning, like breath moving in and out. For now, simply drift. We will continue together soon, deeper into the quiet of the ancient night. The perfume of blue lotus. There is a pool of water at the center of the temple courtyard. Clear pool so clear that the moonlight does not simply reflect on it, it melts into it. The surface is still, untouched by wind, shaped only by the quiet of the night. Floating upon this still water is a single flower, the blue lotus. Its petals unfold slowly, delicately, as though each movement is guided by breath. A soft gradient of color, deep sapphire fading into pale dusk blue, spreads from its heart outward, and where the moonlight touches it, it appears almost luminous. Not bright, not bold, but glowing, gently, softly, like something half remembered in a dream. The flower rests lightly on the water, yet it is not fragile. It has opened and closed with the rising and setting of the sun for thousands of years. It has listened to the prayers of kings, the whispers of healers, the breaths of travelers seeking peace. The Egyptians believed the blue lotus was not merely a plant, but a pathway. A doorway between waking and dreaming, between the conscious mind and the quiet depths beneath it. The air carries its scent now, faint, subtle, almost impossible to grasp. And yet it reaches you. It is not a scent that overwhelms. It does not rush in. It arrives gently, like a calm hand resting lightly on the chest, like fingers smoothing the tension hidden beneath the ribs. It meets the heartbeat, and the heartbeat slows. Tea. Aroma has weight to it, has not heaviness, but presence, soft, reassuring, settling. You breathe in, without effort. The scent moves through you, the same way night moves across the desert, slowly, evenly, with purpose. You feel the mind loosen, the way petals loosen when opening toward morning light. Tightness softens, thoughts unwind. The long threads of worry begin to dissolve, like ink spreading in water until only clarity remains. The blue lotus drifts slightly, as though moved by a breath too soft to feel. The water ripples, not in circles but in gentle waves that fade almost as soon as they form. The surface returns to stillness. This stillness is not silence, it is peace. The Egyptians believed that the blue lotus could lift the spirit, not upward into the heavens, but inward, toward the most quiet place within the self, a place below reaction, below thought, below memory, a place where the mind rests in itself. The scent guides you toward that place now. Your breathing becomes slow and deep, not because you try, but because the body is remembering how it feels to rest. Your shoulders become heavier, your hands loosen. Even the small muscles around your eyes begin to release. You are sinking not downward, but inward, into warmth, into calm, into openness. The blue lotus floats beside you in this moment, not as something you must reach for, but as something already present, already surrounding you. Its scent gathers the scattered pieces of thought and draws them together, not to hold them tightly, but to soothe them into stillness, like a teacher who never speaks, like a light that never flickers, like a memory that has no sharpness to it, only softness. In the ancient temples, priests would place lotus blossoms near sleeping chambers, so that travelers might dream deeply and wake renewed, their minds unburdened, not with visions, but with clarity, not with messages, but with peace. You are breathing that same peace now, a peace shaped by time, flower, water, moon, and silence. Let the scent move through you. Let it calm the chest. Let it settle behind the ribs. Let it soften the space between thoughts. Let it wash slowly down the spine like warm light. The world becomes simple again, just water, just moonlight, just breath, just rest. There is nothing to remember, nothing to prepare for, nothing to decide. You are exactly where you are meant to be, floating with the lotus on still water, beneath a gentle night sky, held in quiet warmth. Let your awareness settle like petals closing for the night. The lotus does not chase sleep. It simply opens and rest comes, and now your body understands. Your breath deepens, your mind loosens, your heart settles. You begin to drift, softly, naturally, weightlessly, as though the night itself has placed a gentle hand on your back and whispered, "Rest. You are safe. You are held. You may sleep now." The chamber of restful echoes deep within the pyramid, far beyond the light of the desert sun. There is a chamber where silence lives like a presence, calm, ancient, unbroken. To reach it, one must walk through stone corridors that grow more, still with every step, as though each layer of carved rock filters away the noise of the world outside. The deeper you go, the lighter the mind becomes. The air shifts here. It cools, but not with cold, with quiet. A kind of gentle stillness that feels like it has been resting for thousands of years, waiting for a slow, unhurried breath to enter and join it. The walls do not echo like ordinary walls. Sound does not bounce here. It lands softly like a feather on calm water. If you listen, truly listen, you will notice the subtle, low hum of the earth beneath everything. Not a voice, not a message. Just presence, a soft reminder that you too can be still. To stand in this chamber is to feel time stretch and soften, minutes loosen, hours dissolve. There is no rush, no deadline, no expectation. The world outside loses its weight here. The noise of memory, worry, responsibility, all of it grows quieter, like distant footsteps slowly fading away. The stone surfaces are smooth and cool to the touch, worn down by not hands, but ages. Every part of this room feels intentional, shaped with a care that was not rushed. The ancient builders carved these walls not to contain, but to cradle, not to seal away life, but to shelter it. It is said that pharaohs came here not for death, but for rest. Rest of the body, rest of the breath, rest of the mind that runs even while the body sleeps. In this room, thoughts do not need to be chased. They rise and fall gently, like clouds moving across a soft lavender sky. You do not push them away, you simply watch them drift. And the longer you watch, the farther they float, until there is only space, wide open quiet. Breathe here slowly. Feel how the breath moves in, cool and soft. Feel how it moves out, warm and gentle. In and out. No force, no effort, just flow. The walls hold the breath in a way that is grounding, like the earth itself is breathing with you. Every inhale feels steady. Every exhale feels relieved, unburdened. Even the heartbeat changes here. It slows, it softens. It begins to match the rhythm of the chamber, a rhythm older than language, older than memory, older than story. The heart does not beat fast here. It simply is. Legend says priests once sat in this room for nights at a time, not speaking, not praying, not asking, just listening. Listening to the silence, listening to their own breath, listening to the subtle echo of life in its simplest form. They believe that clarity does not come from thinking harder. Clarity comes from thinking less, from allowing the mind to settle, like sand sinking slowly to the bottom of a clear pool. The water becomes transparent, not by force, but by patience. So too the mind. If you stand in the very center of the chamber and close your eyes, a gentle resonance rises, not loud, not sudden, but like a memory returning from deep within the bones. A hum that may not be heard with the ears, but felt in the chest, the spine, the fingertips. A resonance of stillness. It does not ask you to understand it. It only asks you to feel it, just for a moment, just for a breath. The ancients believed that this resonance aligned the mind with the heart, and the heart with the breath, and the breath with the earth. A perfect quiet circle, a calm without beginning or ending. Imagine sitting on the smooth stone floor. Feel its coolness beneath you. Feel your body supported, completely. There is nothing to hold up, nothing to defend, nothing to perform. Just sitting, just resting, just being. Let the shoulders soften, let the jaw unclench, let the eyes grow heavy. If thoughts arise, let them pass. If memories appear, let them fade. If emotions stir, let them settle. There is no judgment here. No pressure, no need. The chamber accepts everything, guys, and holds nothing. This place teaches one gentle truth. Not all things must be solved. Not all feelings must be named. Not all thoughts must be followed. Not all weight must be carried. Some things can simply drift, and you can simply rest. In this stillness, you may notice something subtle. The body is breathing itself. You are no longer doing the breath. You are being breathed in and out, a natural rhythm, a quiet current. You are not directing life. You are floating inside it, and the world becomes soft. Let the quiet wrap around you like a warm, slow evening. Let it cushion the mind. Let it soothe the heartbeat. The silence is not empty here. It is gentle. It is caring. It is patient. It waits for you to come back to yourself. Not who you must be, not who you try to be. Just who you are when everything is quiet. A presence, a breath, a calm. And finally, rest in the understanding that you do not have to hold the world tonight. You only have to breathe slowly, softly, naturally, and let the chamber hold the rest. The desert's breath at night. When the sun has slipped completely beyond the dunes, the desert does not fall into darkness immediately. It exhales first, a long, slow release of warmth stored from the day. The sand cools grain by grain. The air softens by degrees. There is a quiet sigh that moves through the land, as though the whole world has decided to rest. This is the hour when stillness becomes almost visible. The wind does not rush. It drifts. A delicate motion, like someone brushing their fingertips across the surface of water. It carries no urgency, no message. Only peace. The dunes glow faintly under the rising moon, smooth, gentle waves of pale silver and gold. They look like an ocean frozen in its calmest moment, where each crest and valley is soft, rounded, unbroken. If you listen closely, not with the ears, but with the quiet space inside the breath, you may feel the desert breathing with you, in and out, slow, unhurried, unbound. The night sky unfurls overhead like an endless tapestry, deep and dark, yet full of shimmering life. Stars appear one by one, and then all at once 1,000 silent lanterns hanging in eternal watchfulness. There is no sound here that demands attention, no noise that pulls the mind away from itself. Only the whisper of wind, the hush of sand shifting ever so slightly, the soft rhythm of your own heartbeat. In this moment, the world is simple, and simplicity is gentle. This is a place where you can set things down. The worries that follow you through the day, the thoughts that cling even when you try to sleep, the memories that press themselves into your chest. You do not have to throw them away. You do not have to fight them. You can simply place them beside you in the sand and let the quiet of the desert hold them for a while. The night asks for nothing in return. Feel the air settle around you, cool, calm, carrying the faint scent of distant stone and deep earth. There is no boundary between you and this softness. You are not separate from it. You are within it. Your breath is part of the desert now. Your heartbeat is part of the stars. Your stillness is part of the night. Rest in that. Some say the desert remembers every footstep that has crossed it, yet it never clings. It holds nothing. It lets everything move freely. The sand is always shifting, always reshaping, always becoming new, not through force but through patience. There is a lesson in that. You too are allowed to change gently, to soften slowly, to release without breaking. Nothing in nature rushes to become itself. In this quiet night, there is no need to think forward, no need to look back. The only direction is inward toward the breath, where peace waits patiently. Let your shoulders fall. Let the muscles of your face loosen. Let your eyes grow heavy but not closed yet, just soft. The body knows how to rest. It has always known. It only needs permission here, in this desert night. Permission is already given. Breathe once more. Deep, slow, effortless, like the cool night air filling the space around you. Out, like the sand settling into perfect quiet stillness. Nothing to hold. Nothing to solve. Nothing to carry, just rest, just presence, just peace. The return to gentle night. The moon rises quietly, as though it has been waiting for just this moment, when the desert has grown still, when the warmth of the day has softened, when the traveler and the world are ready for rest. It does not burst into the sky. It does not demand to be seen. It simply appears, calm, tender, pale as polished pearl, laying its silver glow across the sands. The dunes catch the light like waves holding moonshine in the open sea. Their curves soften, their shadows lengthen. Each ridge and valley becomes smooth, serene, unhurried. This is the hour when everything grows gentle. The world exhale feels like silk sliding across the skin of the earth. The wind does not move fast nor far, only enough to remind the night that it is alive. Cool, soft, almost like breath against the cheek. The desert has known countless nights like this. Nights of quiet, nights of stillness, nights where time does not need to move, and now you return to it, not as a traveler searching, but as someone who has found what they came for without ever needing to ask. There is no destination left to reach, no story that requires ending, no moment that needs to be held tighter than it already is. Everything here simply is. The night sky stretches wide overhead, endless and deep yet comforting, like a warm, dark blanket drawn slowly across the shoulders. Stars shimmer through it, steady and unblinking. They do not twinkle here. The air is too clear, the silence too complete. They shine like small, steady promises. If you were to lift your hand and slow, gentle, you may feel as though you could touch them. And yet, there is no need to reach. They are already close enough to guide, close enough to keep watch. Your footsteps in the sand grow smaller now, not because the journey has ended, but because the desert is holding you more softly. The dunes cradle every step. Each grain of sand shifts just enough to make your path effortless. The desert is not empty. It is was full of breath, full of memory, full of patience. It has waited thousands of years to show you this, that stillness is not loneliness, that quiet is not void, that rest is not something earned, only allowed. This night allows it. This night offers it freely. You are safe here. Safe to slow, safe to release, safe to sink into softness. The moonlight gathers along the curve of your shoulders. It rests gently atop your hair. It lays itself across your chest like a soft hand, steady, warm, reassuring. You do not need to hold the body upright now. You do not need to prepare for anything. You do not need to guard yourself from thought or memory. The night holds you, the sand supports. You, the stars, watch over you. You are not drifting away. You are settling in. Close your eyes a little. More, not completely, and not yet. Just enough for the world to blur into light and shadow. Enough for the mind to soften its hold. Enough for the breath to deepen on its own without instruction. As gentle as the desert wind, as smooth as the moonlight over stone. Slow, soft, unforced. The desert breathes with you as though you share the same lungs now. In and out. The rhythm is ancient, older than pyramids, older than temples, older than names. It is the rhythm of rest, the rhythm of night, the rhythm of simply being. You do not need to remember anything now. You do not need to understand anything now. You only need to exist in this quiet, this wide, Open, peaceful quiet, where nothing is asked of you and nothing is required in return. Let the body become heavy. Let the mind become light. Let the breath be slow, effortless, natural. Every part of you is allowed to rest. Not later, not soon, now. The moon reaches its highest point, glowing full and calm, like an ancient watchkeeper who has known the world longer than memory. Below it, the desert sleeps in perfect silence. No sound presses forward. No thought pushes inward, just night, just peace, just breath. The world has become soft again, gentle, steady, kind, and you here in this quiet are held. You do not fall asleep. You sink into it slowly, comfortably, like lowering into warm water. Nothing pulls, nothing drags. You simply drift. This is the return to the night that welcomes, the return to the rest that waits, the return to the softness at the center of the self. You are safe. You are calm. You are held. Allow yourself to sleep now. Slowly, gently, deeply, let the night carry you, the same way it has carried travelers of the desert for thousands of years, into silence, into stillness, into dreams. The night has settled fully now. The sands are still. The stars watch in silence. You have traveled far across dunes of memory and ancient stone, not to discover something new, but to return to a calm that has always lived quietly inside you. There is nothing more you need to do, nowhere else you need to go. The journey is complete. Let your breath stay slow, your body warm and heavy, your thoughts soft and drifting like moonlight on sand. If sleep comes now, let it arrive naturally, like the desert night folding gently into silence. You are safe here. You are held. You are at rest. If you enjoyed this journey, you're welcome to return anytime. You may subscribe to our channel so you can find your way back to nights of calm, gentle stories, peaceful science, and soothing starlit journeys. And if you'd like to explore more dreamlike worlds, visit our channel. Your next story is already waiting there for you. For now, let the night carry you, softly, slowly, deeply. Good night, traveler. Dream gently, dream deeply.